and hand over to Dr.
Recording in
Vijay Pawar, sir.
progress.
Yeah, Amit ji, you can start.
Okay. So, good evening, dear esteemed doctors. A warm welcome and thank you for joining today's digital and AI learning session and UNS patient education initiatives exclusively for healthcare professional. I am Amit Vishnoi, working as a journal manager with Universal Nutrisciences, and it is my privilege to welcome you all for the final session of our social media and generative AI webinar supports and supported by OQ300. Your strong participation across the session highlights the growing need for ethical, patient centric, and compliant digital communication in healthcare. At UNS, we remain committed to advancing women's and men's health through science backed nutraceutical and meaningful educational patients initiative beyond products. Today's concludes our 6 week learning journey curated for clinical seeking to build a strong and compliant digital presence. We are honored to have Mr. Hitesh Motwani, a leading digital strategy expert, guiding today's sessions, along with Dr. Niharika Tyagi ma'am, and moderating the rapid fire Q&A, and Dr. Vijay Pawar, IVF specialist at Sims Fertility, Solapur, setting a clinical contest. With that, I invite Dr. Vijay Pawar sir to take over. Over to you, sir.
Good evening, dear colleagues. I am Dr. Vijay Pawar from Sims Fertility Center, Solapur. In today's digital healthcare environment, patient awareness often begins online. Making ethical, compliant, and trust-based communication is very essential.
As a ritual, definitely, he's a digital marketing trainer, consultant, expert in generative AI, ChatGPT, machine learning, and digital marketing. Mr. Hitesh is currently heading as a CMO and head of digital marketing initiatives at Skillopedia. He has been guest faculty at 9 IIMs and University of London. He has trained almost more than 2 lakh professionals across 10 plus countries. And in those countries, the countries are included like USA, UK, Singapore, Malaysia, India, UAE, Bangkok, and Africa.
Newer journey of any patient today is they first go to Google, Instagram, YouTube, blogs, online, and then they decide when to visit the clinic, right? That is why today I'm going to teach you that why you should not be advertising and what are the best practices in the industry, and how do you take the patient education route and you kind of educate people about it. Now, all the platforms like Google or Meta, they don't allow you, by the way, to run ads which are giving false claims. For example, you cannot put in words like best IVF success rate or guaranteed pregnancy or low cost IVF. These are policy violations. And if you put these kind of words in your ad copies, Google, Meta will block you. They don't allow any false claims, any false promises to be given to patients online. You can talk about how IVF works, who needs IVF, myths and facts about IVF. So anything which is policy safe, which is trust building, which is about long term, is what these platforms will allow you. Others platforms will not allow you otherwise, they'll simply block you. So mostly when you start going to journey of Google or anything, if you notice, most of the times when anybody have tried this, you see the ads getting rejected quite a lot. Why? Because most of the people, what they do is they basically give success rate claims. They promise success rates, which is not allowed. Even your before and after stories, okay, in the ads, ad copy, it's okay to have it in your web pages, but you can't have it in the ad copy. So, pregnancy testimonials, for example, again violate their Google's policy. Again, emotional manipulation, things like don't wait, act now, creating urgency. Again, what these tools don't allow you. And outcome promises, guaranteed medical results, They don't allow you. So, when you work with these platforms, it's like prescribing medication without diagnosis. If you do this, what will happen? The platform will block you. Platform will not allow you to work with them. Now, what the platform allows you to do? They allow you to do health awareness. They allow you to basically put medical content, doctor-led informational sources. They also allow you to have non-promotional pages, educational landing page without sales pressure. So you have to educate people, don't convince them. You have to inform but don't promise people. That's the thumb rule you have to keep in mind when you start dealing with ads at this point in time. Now, what is the objective of patient education ads? The objective of patient education ads are number one, awareness. Tell people about what is it safe, not safe, based bust some myths around it. Okay. You can also give information to people, and you can also basically give inquiries soft leads. So speak to an expert, speak to a somebody to take advice from you, but don't say book now. Okay, that's not allowed. You can't put these kind of words in the landing pages. So, and you also need to keep in mind that you have to keep yourself in the shoes of your patients and understand that what are they feeling. If you see today, all your patients, they are having these emotions with them. They're feeling overwhelmed. They're afraid of failures. They're also comparing clinics. They also are anxious. And they're also researching silently. So they're like patients reading pathology reports online before meeting a doctor. So you have to understand their perspective and start educating them and start building a trust online on their behalf. Right? So now what a platform allow you to do, the platforms allow you to target people. So I can actually, put I can basically also say, for example, you know, I can target people via ages. I can also target gender. I can do location-based targeting. I can also work with different languages. I can have copies in language like Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, whatever I want. I can have target interest-based targeting. You can't target in the infertile women. Right? You can while AI tools will not know whether people are fertile and infertile. They don't allow you to do that. You can't do any medical conditional targeting. That's not allowed. Let me show you practically how to do this in Google. Okay. I'm going to show you both. I'm going to show you Google and Meta both. Let's look at these things one by one. Okay. So now how do you come to Google as a platform? Now for this, you have to go to ads.google.com. Okay. So this is a platform from where you can run Google Ads. Now how do Google Ads look like? So let's first understand that. If I say IVF clinic in Goa. Currently I'm in Goa. So I'm talking about Goa example. You see Indra IVF is running an ad. Suppose if I say IVF clinics in Pune. You see, you got Prognosis IVF, Femcare Fertility, Indra IVF, right? So they basically also, this is SEO, search engine optimization, right? So SEO is a different ball game. Okay, I'll talk about both SEO and how to get these ones. Let's look at these first. Okay. Now, whenever they put these factors like success rate and all, it has to be backed with a third party source, the Economic Times, or somebody has to verify the data for you. Okay. Otherwise, they don't allow you to put these numbers. Your ad will get rejected like this. Okay. Let's just now try and run this. And let's see how does it really work. Okay. So let's go to Google Ads. I come over here. Let me sign in. And you log in with your normal Gmail account. Again, if you want, you can do it on your own, or you can get an expert to do it for you. But I'll just show you the method. So this is how Google dashboard looks like. Okay. And this is, don't get overwhelmed with the dashboard. Very simply put, Google Ads work on three phenomena. One is called campaign, ad group, and ads. Now, what is the first step in Google Ads? The very first step in Google Ads is that We need to search for keywords. We need to search, that what are people typing? What are people interested in? And are people even searching about our industry or not? Now, how do you understand that? Let's understand that very well. So first we go to tools, and then basically we go to keyword planner. So keyword planner is a tool by Google which allows us to understand that what are people searching about your industry. Because if I say IVF clinic, you get results. Okay. Now, Google doesn't allow you to run on IVF because Google, unfortunately, will block your ads on IVF. So there are different tools. There's a tool called keywordtools.io. And in this case, we can actually search that what are people searching about IVF. That's the IVF clinic. And you see over here, people are searching about things like IVF clinic near me, best IVF clinic in the world, in London, in USA, in Kolkata. So they're mostly more location specific keywords. Okay. Because I can also search for, let me search for, say, what is IVF? What is IVF? And Google doesn't allow us to do that. It's okay. So the thing is, we can search for keywords using this keyword tool.io. That's why I say IVF clinic in Pune or in Mumbai. I can put it use this keyword right now. This is the case of people what are typing. IVF clinic in Pune, Benny Care, IVF cost, IVF clinic in Shivaji Nagar, Nakshatra IVF clinic, IVF clinics, Puerto Rico, in vitro fertilization, best IVF clinic in Pune, IVF Pune hospital, right? Then IVF center in Pune contact number, Pune IVF center, which IVF clinic has highest success rate in Pune, right? So see, these are basically all your questions. Fertility center, fertility clinics. So what are you searching for right now? IVF treatment in Pune, okay. IVF specialist in Pune, IVF in Wakad, which is one of the areas in Pune right now. So you can see all of these keywords currently, over here. There will be people searching about your industry in this space currently. Okay. Then we go to click on the plus sign, we click on create campaigns over here. Now over here we can actually go ahead and we can basically the first step is to choose your objective, to choose what you want to run the campaign for. So do you want to drive more do you want to drive more leads? Do you want to drive more traffic? Now I would always recommend that you should run a traffic campaign first because you want to get people to a landing page. And on that landing page, you want to educate people. Like for example, if I just probably put a searching IVF process, okay, and if I just put this over here, let's see, Indra IV is also running an ad on IVF process. This is an educative ad. This is not the sponsored results, but it is basically an educative ad. It is not an ad which is basically asking people to go and visit. Not really. Okay. And from an SEO perspective, Cleveland Clinic is ranking up on top, Mayo is ranking up on top, Monash is ranking up on top. Okay, Cloud9 is ranking up on top, Passive ranking up on top. So they're also coming on top because of organic results as well. Correct. And again, this is basically ads over here. So we're running this now. We're not doing this. We're running ads over here. So I can basically go ahead and we can simply say website traffic because you want to get people to our landing page. Okay. Now, then you search for okay, where do you run the campaign? Do you want to run a search campaign? Search campaign is what? Where you can see the ads on the search results. That's what we're doing right now. We want the thing on the search results. We'll see on search only. Got it. Okay. And then you can put a website address. Let me just put trim fertility for now. So I'm just putting website address for now. I'm not really sure it is the one or not, but let's just put for now. Okay. All right, continue. Now, I guess we just put the search. I can say IVF search campaign. So this is the first thing to do. You basically have to simply put across, results of, your clinic name and all over here. Once they've done that, then they're asking us, they're going to ask us, okay, like, what do you want to do? It? Like, how much do you want to pay for it? So every time somebody clicks on the campaign, clicks on the ad, you pay for it. This is called cost per click. Okay? So currently, I would just say keep it automatic. Don't really put any bid. Bid means I can also tell Google I want to pay 10 rupee per click, 20 rupee per click, 30 rupee per click. But actually, don't do that. Keep it automatic. Let Google decide what the cost is. And later on, if need be, we can then put it manually also if you want to reduce the cost. But for now, when you're doing it for the first time, keep it automatic. Don't decide the cost on your own. Let Google decide that for you. Okay. Now, now the first thing is how can you target people right now? So I can target people based on location. I can tell Google, hey, you know what, target people across India. Or suppose you feel okay, I want to target just people in the city, I can do that. I can simply type Mumbai, I can type Mumbai, I can type uh, Pune, I can type Bengaluru, I can type any city of my choice. I can also target you people who have pin codes by the way. You can choose 40054, 40050, right? So I can also choose any specific pin code of my choice. And I can run the campaign on a specific pin code also if I want to do that, right? So you target with city, target with pin codes, and you can target with location. So when I say, let's talk about Bandra in Mumbai, so in the Bandra West, I can say that rules. So that specific city, within my location, and I can do that as well. Okay. Because I can choose village, I can choose locations, I can do that. Get the AI. That's fantastic. Second, I can also choose a language. That what language am I adding? It's in English, it's in Hindi, it's in Gujarati, it's in Marathi, whatever, Tamil, Telugu. So I can also choose, okay, my ad will be in English language, in Hindi language or whatever. Do that as well. So target with location, you can target with languages. Now, are there political ads? You should say no, it's not political ads. Now, there are some advanced targeting options also. I can also target people who are women, okay? Women healthcare. I can target interests. I can target, say, healthcare. I can target pregnancy, people interested in pregnancy content, or people interested in, people interested in, say, new mothers, newborns, say, parenting. Okay. So people in a relationship, people who are looking at infant toddlers, uh, child care and education, people looking at child care, people looking at you know uh, family focused people, right? People who are married, people who are engaged, people who are married in a relationship, people who are engaged, right? So I can do all of these things as well with AI. So I can decide with Google, okay, like, so I can target relevant profiles of people who are really interested in. But this is just one aspect of targeting, which is your targeting related to interests. But the main thing in search ad actually, more than targeting on interests, is if you target people via something called as um, keywords. Now, what are keywords? Let me help you understand that. These are keywords. So I can target people saying, let's target people who are saying, what is IVF? IVF process. Um, you know, IVF success rate. So now whenever somebody is searching about these things on Google, they start seeing my ads. Like, when we search about IVF process, we saw the ad of Indra, right? So same thing. That's what they're doing. They put these keywords over here. And whatever keywords you put over here, this is the keywords people are going to see your ad campaigns. Correct. That's how you can actually educate people. So you can just put in all the common questions that people might have when they're looking for search on the internet. And then I can basically put those questions over here and I can target people versus that. And in this case, my ad becomes more relevant for them. My ad becomes more sharper for them. My ad becomes better targeted for them. Then I can also choose headings. You can be say, you know, what is IVF? All questions answered. Myths about IVF. Is IVF safe? So I can just put different headlines. And whenever somebody's searching, they start seeing my ad like this. The thing is, you can actually see your ads over here. I know myself coming, but it's 1 second. Wait. Actually, I've got ad blocker in my case. So I have to I have to pause this ad blocker. That's why it's not showing any ads over here. But now we just refresh this page. So this is what this is what Google allows you to target. Okay. And you can see all these targeting surveys, very simple. There's no rocket science in this, to be very honest. Anyone can do this currently. So please say what's IVF? IVF success rate. Okay. For simply say no. IVF, all questions answered, everything you need to know. But see, this how it will come over here. See? So you actually see a sample of your ads right now. You can see how your ad looks like. So you can see preview for campaigns and you can actually notice that. And this is how even customers will look at your ad campaigns. That's how you kind of do it. Correct. So you just need to set up these things. More set up these things, then you can actually show in front of relevant people. So what happens now? My Google is more relevant for you because Google actually provides you um, better outputs. And most importantly, Google also gives you it really shows messages to people who are searching about, who are relevant for it. Right? It doesn't just like it's not thrown in the dark. That's why Google is the most relevant engine as compared to anybody else currently. Next, now next is you can also go to Meta. Now, whenever you want to search, let's say I want to do some competition snooping. I want to figure out okay which competition of mine or which other players in the market right now are running campaigns on Facebook. So Meta is a part of Facebook, Instagram. So I can also search over here that which people are running campaigns across different results. So I can simply just search for IVF clinics and all the players who put this keyword IVF clinic in their ads. I can see Indra IVF, Practify, Krishna IVF, you know, Ranju Clinic, Valley Fertility Center, Dr. Nikita Agarwal. I can see everybody's campaign. I can see all the ads made by everybody. Okay. And this is basically, what we can see over here. We're running ads in Hindi, we're running ads in English. So we can actually do competition snooping, figure out how they do it, how they've made the campaign, what they've done about it so far, etc., etc., etc. Now, how do you run these campaigns on Meta? Let's also understand that quickly. Now, for Meta, you have to go to your Facebook Ad Center. And you have to log in with your Facebook account because you require a Facebook account for this. Even though you have Instagram, you still have to log in with your Facebook account only. You cannot not log in with your Facebook account over here. Okay, just give me a second. Let me log in and show you. Just 1 second, wait. So I've logged into my Facebook. Now, once I've logged into my Facebook account, I can then go to any of my ad accounts over here. Let me show you how to run ads over here with Facebook, with Meta. So similar targeting options, but Meta is more of like shooting in the dark. Because over here, unlike Google, they don't show the ads to people who basically are searching. They show the ads to people who basically are actually, you know, um, just interested. So you can run a campaign called, but again, you run a traffic-based campaign. You can get people to a website and you can educate them about IVF and the processes and why it's so important for them. And you can choose manual traffic campaign. Now, I can simply give a name saying IVF FP campaign, ad set. Now, I can choose how much I want to spend every day. I want to spend about 200 rupees, 400 rupees, 500 rupees, 1000 rupees a day. It's your choice. You can set that. Second, you can choose your Facebook page or Instagram page. So just in case you have any page of yours, you can decide any particular page. I'll just choose the test page for now because a page is required for us to work with it. We'll just choose that page. We will scroll down. Okay. And then we can decide targeting. Now we found over here, the good part is that, you know, I can actually go ahead and I can target people and I can actually, you know, um, tell AI that why don't you target people with relevant audiences? I can choose, same thing, I can choose, let's choose Indian people from, say, Pune, Mumbai, Bangalore, whatever I want. I can choose any location of my choice, number one, right? I can also then choose people, um, okay, um, I can choose targeting. So I simply just choose whom I target. So I simply just choose people interested in healthcare, people interested in, you know, sorry, people interested in pregnancy, healthcare, all those aspects. I can then target people with the relevant, you know, options of my choice. Can do that as well. Let me show you over here. See, I'll choose healthcare, pregnancy, pregnancy, okay, pregnancy. So I can choose people, birthdays coming, people who are mother care, yeah, motherhood, okay, people related to people who basically are, so you can do specifics like, say, people who are facing some health issues. You target broad categories, okay, people who are married, people who are engaged, people who are newly engaged. So people just married, people basically who are engaged, people who are newly engaged, 6 months, 3 months old, 1 year old. Include that as well. Your choice. Okay. Now once you've done that, you can go to languages and you can decide also where you want to put the ads. You want to put the ads on Instagram. So you choose I want an ad only on Instagram, only on Meta, only on other places. You can decide where you want to run the campaign. Once you're happy, at the last stage, you can put your creative and you can tell people about your clinic, tell people about your pages, and you can educate them. This is broadly how you target audiences on these two platforms, on Facebook and Meta. It's very similar platforms, but then it's very interesting. Now, in case you want to, choose your creatives, like what you just saw over here, like when I went to Facebook ads library, now you can take the inspiration of your competition. So you choose all categories. See, people are putting videos, people are posting creators, okay, and I can actually see these campaigns and I can take inspiration from here, okay, to be very honest. So I can also take inspiration from these creators and I can make a creative using AI. I've already shown you enough on how to basically use AI to make creatives and all. So you can use ChatGPT, Gemini, and all to kind of do this for us pretty easily. And you can work around with this. So you can actually do this with any AI tool right now. Okay. But you can actually do this very easily and you can work around with this. So this is your process of running Google campaigns and running, things. So one is you can do geography targeting, geofencing. I can do city level. I can do geofencing. Like I can also do, by the way, I can also do kilometer space targeting. I can say just target only 5 kilometers from my clinic, 2 kilometers from my clinic. That's also possible. You can do that also very easily with the by mapping your clinic on Google Maps, and you can target them as well. Target walk-ins. You can target couples. Right. Now, what is bad copy? You have to understand that you cannot put things like struggling to conceive our eye will help. Understanding, you can just put educational content as I told you. Understanding IVF was recommended, okay, etc., etc., etc. Now, some example will be, something like, say, IVF experience simple guide for couples. And you can put a text saying, IVF is one of the most severe self-facility treatment options. Learn when it's advised, how it works, what questions you have for doctors. Learn more. This is how your campaign will look like with a page, creative, and about it. So you do that as well. Now in Google, avoid things like best IVF doctor, success granted. You can't do that. You can just explain people differences, processes, maybe tell people where your location is. You can do all that stuff very easily. Okay. And when you start running campaigns, I would say start with small budgets. Don't go with heavy budgets. Start with smaller budgets. Test content. I would say make multiple copies. Don't make one copy. Make multiple copies. And you can do A/B testing also along with it. And then wherever you're getting clicks, wherever you're getting results, you kind of put more money over there and you start educating more people about it. That's what's possible. Now, also, what about landing pages? Now, for landing page, I would recommend all of you to go ahead and use this tool called GenSpark. Now, GenSpark can make a full-fledged website for you. Dear GenSpark, can you please make a professional landing page for me about IVF, about what is IVF, and explain the process, and make a form which says consult doctor. My clinic is called Sims Fertility Clinic in Solapur. Make an ad around it. Sorry. Make a landing page around it. Okay. And now you can actually use this tool and then you can actually work around with this very, very interesting uh, you know, website, GenSpark. Let me just show you. Go ahead, shut this, and just come on. Now AI will do the hard work for me. Research about me, figure out about me, put everything in perspective right now. So now they'll search about us, figure about what I do, what is the background, everything. So today you see things have become very easy, better than before. Earlier we had to hire a designer, pay a lot of money for doing all of these things. But today with AI, things are fairly simple.
ID that you've got. Happily recorded somewhere.
Now what's basically happening is in a plan, this is a agentic platform. They'll first, they'll first try to make a plan. They'll basically go ahead, they'll try to figure out things.
19.
And once they do that,
19.
once they, once they do that, they basically then actually automatically make an entire, landing page for you step by step. So the thing is, I think I can take some inspiration from here. If I'm happy with it, then I can actually go ahead and I can give this, landing page to my designer, and he can develop it professionally and host it on my website also automatically. It'll take about 5-10 minutes, but we can do this fairly easily. Also, one more tool that you can use for this is actually you can also use something called as a Claude AI. So Claude AI can do a decent job, but GenSpark will obviously do a much, much better job than Claude. Let me show you both any which ways. And whatever makes it first. And don't worry about this coding part of it. So in case you change something, you just give a simple prompt and they'll change it for you also.
And don't go anywhere. We still have to wrap up. We have a very
See guys. So Claude is able to make a very quick page, very simple one though. Let's see what GenSpark does. The GenSpark is done. So see, independent starts here. What's IVF? Process of IVF. Why choose some fertility clinic? They're still like making it more better now. But they were able to do this thing in what, fraction of seconds? That's the beauty about technology. It helps you accelerate your pace very, very fast. There we go. See, schedule consultation, contact number, done. Now, whatever changes you want to make, you can simply then put a prompt and you can make a change also accordingly as per your choice. But this is what AI can do right now. And this is the beauty about it. Right from targeting, running campaigns, to landing pages, everything is done with Google Ads, Meta Ads, and GenSpark. So this is what I want to show you. This is what I want to educate all of you about. How many guys find this to be very valuable? Give me a yes on chat box. Right. And now I think we'll take some questions. So Dr. Niharika, over to you.
Yeah. Hi, sir. Very
Hi.
fantastic session. Some of my own personal questions I would like to ask.
Sure, please.
For an IVF clinic, how do you expect to educate the patients digitally?
So see, I mean, the best thing to do this is, I would say that since you're an expert, right, you get a lot of queries any which ways. But to make a list
Yeah,
of questions that you keep on getting on daily basis.
right.
Once you get the list of questions, either first you can make a rough draft as per whatever you think the answer is right, and you can then polish them with AI, and then you can make a better, content bank, and then you can share it via video, via reels to people. And I would say make a video, because with video you can connect with people at much, much larger level. The people love watching videos any which ways. So if you can make it a little entertaining, a little funny also, it will be great to connect with larger mothers, larger audiences, expecting mothers, larger audiences.
Mhm. Okay. And what is the most common compliance error you see in fertility related Facebook ads?
Yeah, so see, the biggest thing which I see people is they make claims without having any data as a backup. So they simply say 90% success ratio, guaranteed results. And you can't do that because Facebook algorithms catches these things. And if you put any of these claims over there, they'll reject your campaign. So do not give any tall claims. Do not give any anything which is unverified, which you cannot back up with some data at your end. Facebook doesn't allow
Okay.
that for you. And they'll reject it. And in fact, they'll block your account also.
Okay, okay. So, should clinics lead this infertility awareness or treatment pathway in the paid digital campaign?
You can do both. You can do awareness also, you can do pathways also. But I would say start with awareness first. Let
Mm.
people get primed up by you, and then you can show a pathway to them.
Just another question, like, would you prefer the campaign to be like a few seconds campaign or just one single page flyer or that
No, no, no.
one?
So when you campus, I would say today you should basically so see when you make an ad, a very small ad, you have to
Yeah,
make a landing page, like a proper
right,
page. People can
right.
read about you, right? So
Mm.
don't treat like a fly by night thing. You have to really give valuable information to them. So either you do video, either you do
Yeah.
information, or either you do relatable stories and messages. These are three routes
Mhm.
you can take up based on your preferences.
So, what KPIs matter more for IVF clinics for patient education? Is it the
The KPI
clicks?
that matters for you should be about clicks, number one, like how many people are coming to your landing page. Number two, how many people are staying on your page. Are they staying for more than a minute or they're going back in 10 seconds? Because they're going back, that means the content is not very great. If they're staying over there for longer time, that means your content is sticking to people right now.
Okay, okay. So, how can clinic address this male infertility sensitivity by digital education campaign? What?
I think the best way to educate people about male fertility is again by busting some myths around it, by answering the most
Yeah,
common question. But the myth busting is one of the easiest way to connect with
right,
audiences and relatable
right,
stories.
right. And how can AI be responsibly be used in simplifying the fertility science without over simplifying the
Yeah,
outcomes?
so I think best thing to do is just give some examples of your, of your philosophy, of your style of treatment, and you can train
Uh,
the AI on it. You can upload a material, you can ask AI to get educated on your material, and based on that, start making creators, content, speeches for you according to that.
right. So, how often should this IVF education campaign be refreshed to remain compliant or
Every
effective?
fortnight or monthly initially, and then every fortnight, 15 days, is what you can think about to refresh
Okay,
this.
okay. And what is the safest way to retarget the users who had engaged in the fertility
See,
education content?
people who stay on your pages for more than a minute, or who at least
Yeah,
have filled up the form,
yeah.
are you can retarget them because they are really keen on knowing more about these things.
So, from your experience, what single digital mistake most damages the patient's trust in fertility clinic?
I think most people just start promoting. People don't like promotion. People like to be educated, right? So focus more on education than promoting yourself.
And another just my own personal experience question with so many non-medical people giving fertility advice, giving educational advice with even more bigger number of followers. How do I make my own niche in that in
So
that
see, I would say best thing to do this is since you have experience, right? You're a certified
yeah,
doctor.
yeah.
So highlight that fact. Highlight the success stories. Highlight how the numbers of years you've been in the industry. And basically, if possible, talk about what people are making claim and what is really not true, right? So, moment you
Mhm.
highlight your experience and you verify that, with your
Mhm.
location, with your degrees, with your experience, people will
Mhm.
start building trust for you automatically because again, those people just mentioning about something, they're not verified doctors, but you are. So, harp upon that fact in the online space.
Yeah, I think you summed it up very nicely. I mean, I've got a almost a very clear demarcation how I'm going to go ahead for my marketing. So, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Niharika.
It was
Thank you.
very lovely chatting with you.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, thank you, Dr. Niharika, madam, for having such kind of wonderful questions, which just came from the heart. And definitely, I think this will probably not gonna help, but definitely certain directive, say how the campaign should be on the patient education or
Right.
so and so, right? So, thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. So
Yeah.
now let's move towards the next
Mm.
agenda of ours. So let's have a quick quiz. For this session, I would like to share my screen for the audience who want to participate in our uh, quick quiz. So, Jignesh bhai, are you ready from the backend? So, here at the delegate link, you must be seeing the Slido. This is the section where you need to write your name and email address where you have logged in, and you can join the Slido from there. So, you can participate in our the quick action quiz, right? So, yes, this will be start. And I think you're gonna join it. Thank you. Let's wait for a few more participants to join in. My request to each participant who are active now, they can join and they can start the polling. Now the poll has already been started by Jagnesh. So the first question goes here is the purpose of patient education ads. Which of the following is the primary objective of compliant patient education ads for IVF clinic? So definitely these are the options, and I'm sure you must have locked your poll. And the right answer here is, of course, what I believe. Can we see the answer? It's is the to ethically inform the patients about fertility options. That is the right answer. So thank you, Jignesh Bhai. Let's move on to the next question. And the next MCQ question is a compliant ad copy, which ad headline is the most compliant with Facebook and Google ad policies for IVF clinics. So best IVF clinic with 90% success rate, struggling to conceive, we can help IVF explain. why it is recommended, or book IVF today, limited slot available. So I believe the answer is very, very simple. And the answer is IVF explain when and why it is recommended. Right. So let's move on to the next multiple choice question number three. What is targeting ethics? Which targeting approach is not permitted for IVF related digital ads? And these are the four options which we need to choose, out of which one is the right answer. And definitely the answer, I'm sure everybody has locked their poll, and the answer is targeting users as infertile. So the MCQ number four, IVF landing pages, which element should be avoided on a compliant IVF patient education landing page? So is it about explaining the IVF process, doctor credentials and experience, guarantees of pregnancy successes, and FAQs about the fertility treatment? So I'm a bit confused about the two options, but definitely there are, okay, this is the misleading, right? MCQ number five, role of AI in patient education. What is the most appropriate use of AI in IVF patient education? Predicting IVF success for individual patients, writing guaranteed result or copy, simplifying the medical explanation for patients, and replacing doctor counseling sessions. So definitely, it's the answer is very, very simple, and it is nothing but simplifying medical explanation for the patients. Right. So I think we have already closed our leaderboard, and Mr. Satyam, who was the first winner, then Mr. Vijay Chandrakant Pawar and Hina Sartaj. So congratulations to all winners, and thank you very much for participating in our question quiz. So right, it's now a moment for what are the goodies that we wanna give them, Mr. Hitesh Bhai. So anything from
So
your
they
side
will,
and how?
yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
So what we'll do is we'll actually give them an entire detailed, like guide, a digital
Mhm.
guide to people who are attending the session. We will also one
Ah,
quizzes. And also like we go to the prompt book
right.
templates where we keep
Mhm.
all the important, tasks that probably health practitioners do. And the prompts for that they can actually utilize and they can use AI tools better and ultimately. And we
Mhm.
would use to the people who actually have been winning these contests regularly.
Right, right, right. So thank you, Hitesh bhai, and it's a really, really good news for all of our participants that we're gonna share entire digital goodie kind of a bag. It's a collective of Mr. Hitesh and the extract of all webinars that he has conducted for us. So we're gonna give the algorithms and PDF in terms of soft copies to all our participants, or more than 1,500 participants for this webinar series via mails on the as well as on the WhatsApp to our media channel partner DMedix. So right now, let's move towards the vote of thanks. So definitely, dear esteemed doctors, actually a very happy new year to each one of you. And thank you for your valuable time, active participation, and continued engagement in the today's session. And I must say, throughout the UNS Digital Social Media webinar series, while this marks an final session of the series, but it is certainly not the end of the journey. So we look forward to connecting with you through many more such meaningful learnings initiative ahead. And my sincere appreciation to Mr. Hitesh Motwani sir for delivering highly practical and insightful sessions throughout the webinar series, almost six series he has conducted. And for the today, definitely heartfelt thanks to Dr. Vijay Pawar, who was there consistently from last six webinars with us. Dr. Niharika Tyagi Madam for special appearance for setting the context, and